Brian.
We are back.
Okay.
It is the Amanda Shows, motherfucker. We have my best homies here. We have Brian Gatto from the Horror Show.
Living single in a 90s kind of world. Glad I've got my show.
Yes.
Keep your head up. What? Keep your head up. That's right.
Yes.
When life gets tough, you gotta fight with my homegirls to my left. Am I right? True blue. Tight like glue.
Tight like blue.
I'm done.
So, wow, that's
I don't know why I still
really,
know that. I haven't
really
seen
awesome that we could really justify that.
Oh, I did look it up on YouTube one time so I could watch the series finale. Not ashamed. Not ashamed. There are no such thing as guilty pleasures. I enjoyed it too. Khadijah married Black Lightning.
Yes, dude. Okay, so we have to. All right, we gotta go back on this. We have to go back on this. All right, so we are talking about this fucking Cove shit. So what are we?
Cove? What? The Cove? Like that gay horror show? What are we
no, Chase. We're not talking about the gay horror show.
You said the Cove. Isn't it called like Dante's Cove or something?
It's called the kind of. No, I was talking about Channel Zero, fucking Butcher's Block.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet.
Butcher's Block. It's I'm on the 5th episode. No, I'm on the 4th.
Yeah,
episode. Really good.
Yeah, the 3rd episode. Yeah.
I have 3 more to watch, and it ended tonight.
I haven't seen that.
It ended tonight.
Well, the season did. It's only 6 episodes a season, because they do a quick, just in and out anthology story of 6 episodes. They're usually 40 to 50 minutes a piece, depending on which episode it is. And then as soon as it ends, they announce the next one and they show the trailer for whatever is next.
Oh, wow.
So,
wow.
I can't remember who was in the newest season. I know it had Rutger Hauer. He's in it. I think I'm gonna look her up because I really don't want to be wrong, even though it's so irrelevant if I am wrong on who this woman is. Because it's not like any gay people are gonna come at me like, you didn't know it was her?
You didn't know it was her?
I think it's the lady from Practical Magic.
No, Nicole Kidman and Sandra Bullock.
No, not her. One of their aunts.
No, aunts. Oh. Oh, wait, what? I haven't seen any of these seasons, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Louise. What has she been in? Yeah, see, it's not her. That's why I was like, I knew I was wrong. I knew I was wrong. She just kind of has that look, because I thought, hey, it's just super old her.
That's just super old her. All right, that's good. So, guys, let's go ahead and
check.
I want you to talk about a code real quick, because I'm going to use the bathroom real quick, and then we have to get on the subject in hand.
It's Krisha Fairchild.
This stream right now, we're talking about the best and worst horror sequels of all time.
And apparently Channel Zero.
Well, no, I want to hear about Channel Zero because that's what we're talking about. So I'm going to let this go on with Brian. Brian, go ahead and start it off. I'm going to use the bathroom real quick and I'll be right back. So hit it off with the best horror sequels.
Why did you put me on this?
No trailer, Ben?
What?
Sorry, I was talking about. I can type. I don't have to talk out loud.
Great horror sequels. I have right in front of me a poster from Scream Factory saying Sleepaway Camp 2.
That one's so good.
I love that movie.
Love that movie too. It's so good.
Yeah. I like it better than the first one. I know it's sacrilege, but
to me, it's way better than the first one.
It's more fun too.
Yeah, it's so much more fun, and the ending is crazy. The ending used to bother me as a kid. It was because you don't. Back then, you really didn't have a lot of movies that ended that way.
What are you talking about, the first or the second one?
The second one.
Where they all die?
Yeah. I mean, because I really thought, hey, there's a truck. When I was a child, I thought, there's a truck. She's out. And then it's her. And it's like, nah, she did.
Yeah. I mean, the first one had the shocking ending of,
Yeah.
my God, she's a boy.
What? Sorry, that been again. Showed a trailer for Krypton instead of the next season of Channel Zero? That's such garbage.
Sci-Fi Channel and their superhero shows.
It's okay, mommy's right here.
Gosh, no one wants to watch Krypton. Get over it, sci-fi. Stop trying to make it happen.
In your bed.
That sucks, Ben. I was looking forward to it too. I was interested in what they were doing next and who was going to be in it.
So I chose Sleepaway Camp 2.
I choose Sleepaway Camp 3.
No, 2's better than 3. I'm sorry. 2's better than 3.
3 is way better. 3 is way better, dude. 3
is a bit too much.
No, that's what made it amazing. It was so good because it was so freaking ridiculous.
2 was already over the top. We had the Heather get dumped and poop.
I know, and that was so freaking.
That's like saying Sleepaway Camp is better than Sleepaway Camp.
Yeah, and then the stoner girls get burned alive. That was insane.
Yeah, but it was so fucking awesome. Like, I'm sorry, guys.
It's so dark but over the top at the same time.
Yeah, it balanced it pretty well, but 3 went too overboard.
No!
Yeah, I mean, it had some fun stuff like lawnmower, firecrackers.
Yeah, but everything was cut. There was no gore, really. Like, the second one had some gore.
And plus, she gets caught at the end, and that's lame.
Yeah, but they never followed that up. They're like, oh, how'd she get free? I don't know.
Yeah, it's just.
Yeah, I don't get. Like, number 3 is fucking hilarious. I'm sorry, guys.
I don't
hate
number
3 is
hilarious.
I don't hate 3. Just for me, it doesn't stack up to next to part 2.
Yeah. I don't hate 3 either. I think 3 is good. I just think part 2 was just such a stab.
Can we?
I mean, in compare, like when you look at Sleepaway Camp 1, which was so serious for the most part, and then Sleepaway Camp 2, which just took it in a completely different direction.
Can we all agree that Sleepaway Camp 4 The Survivor really sucked balls?
It sucks.
Yes, it did. Hey, go to the comments real quick, guys, so I can give, because I can't read the comments right now.
Sandra's here, and
Sandra! Hey, Becky!
And I actually disagree with you there, Sandra. Sorry, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 is actually pretty good.
Yeah, and he says best.
No, Top is the best part of Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
What?
No, she says
Chop
Evil
Top
Dead.
is the best part in Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, she said the best sequel is Evil Dead 2, the worst.
I don't agree with that, but it is a good movie.
I'm gonna be honest with you. One of the best sequels.
TCM2.
I love Scream 2.
Soon.
Scream 2?
No, Scream 2 is not good. Sorry.
Oh my god! Chase! Dude, how do we
It
not
had
agree
to be
on
said. I mean, it's good in the sense that it sucks.
What about 28 weeks later?
I love 28 Weeks. I'm sorry. I love 28 Weeks. It's good. It's a good movie.
I loved it, but I don't consider it as a sequel. I consider it as like kind of like in the universe, but not like kind of a sequel, if that makes sense.
I think it's better than 28 Days Later.
No, it's not better than 28 Days Later.
I do.
Mainly because that was my first R-rated horror movie in theaters.
It was not wrong, but it's
my first R-rated horror film was actually. This is really embarrassing, but my first R-rated film in theaters was actually. Well, I don't think it's R-rated. Vampire in Brooklyn. My mother took me. Yes, it is. It's R. My mother took me to see Vampire in Brooklyn when I was very young.
Is it horror or is it a horror comedy?
Well, it's a horror comedy directed by Wes Craven.
Okay, yeah, I thought that sounded familiar.
Yeah, Vampire in
that's the
Brooklyn.
one with Eddie Murphy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my mom would take me to the weirdest fucking movies. My mom took me to see Death Becomes Her when I was like 6 years old.
Was it Angela Bassett? Who's the female in that?
It's Angela Bassett.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And Eddie Murphy. Which, by the way,
I haven't watched that since.
By the way, get this shit. Fucking the original Candyman was casted by Eddie Murphy.
Neat.
And the original Virginia Madison originally was casted by Sandra Bullock.
Wait, so Eddie Murphy casted Tony Todd, or Eddie Murphy was
Tony Todd? No, Eddie Murphy was Tony Todd, and Virginia Madison was Sandra Bullock. Huh. So imagine that film starring Eddie Murphy and Sandra Bullock.
No.
I'm just saying.
You know what else is a really good sequel? Is Maniac Cop 2.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Good job, dude. That's a good one. Yeah, Maniac Cop 2. That's a good
better
one.
than the first, I thought.
Yes, it is. Oh, there you go. That's why y'all my homies.
I'm just looking at myself.
I don't have a lot of movies.
Bride
I
of
went
Reanimator.
digital fast.
Bride of Reanimator. That's a great movie.
That's a good one. Beyond Reanimator is a great one.
I kind of want to argue with you about Scream 2 for a minute.
You want to rant about Scream 2? Go for it.
I want to argue with it. That movie sucked.
No, it did not.
So disappointing. Why did I know why? Because he was Wes Craven's favorite character, but David Arquette lived through 4 movies. Why?
Well, no, I'm not even saying David Arquette. I'm just saying.
I know. I'm just saying he was stabbed like 10 times in Scream 2 in the back.
I really want David Arquette to die.
And they were just like, oh, it's scar tissue from his one stab. Sorry.
I think that's one of the quirks about the movie, that David Arquette has to survive no matter what happens.
Well, he was Wes Craven's favorite character in the Scream franchise, and he was meant to die in the first movie. Like when he got stabbed in the back, he was meant to just be dead. But Wes Craven wouldn't have it.
He would have died. What
I don't get is how he came back and was like, oh, it was just a flesh wound, but he never contacted anybody until then.
It's just...
No.
It was just
I agree.
I think Scream 4 is the best sequel to Scream.
Scream 4 is awesome. I love Scream 4.
Scream 4 was so bad. I hated Scream 4.
You need to go back and rewatch it.
No, they should have killed them. It would have been amazing if they killed at least some people.
I mean, Wes Craven is not going to let David Arquette ever die. He wasn't.
Yeah, he's dead.
He's dead in real life now, so we can finally kill David Arquette. But
no, but it was awful. It was awful.
I would, if they ever did a Scream 5, because the only reason we really didn't get a Scream 5 is because Wes Craven and Kevin Williamson hated one another.
Well, Wes Craven's dead now, so that's why they will never make a Scream film.
Plus, they have the Scream TV series.
Nev Campbell said she would never do a Scream film without Wes Craven, but I think because the Weinstein Company are going bankrupt, and they're the ones who own it, because they own Dimension.
Yeah, because they have a heavy sexual harassment charge against them.
And they had a group of female investors were going to buy them, but the deal fell through.
Yeah.
And it was going to be like the irony of it all. Like they lost it all because of a rapist, and then females buy it. So they're still going to go bankrupt since that fell through. So all their properties are about to be up for sale if they can't find anyone to buy them as a whole.
Yeah. All right, that makes sense.
If Scream went to someone like Blumhouse, that would be excellent. And Blumhouse got Jamie Lee Curtis back for Halloween. They would be able to get Nev Campbell for another Scream.
You know what I think about?
Nev Campbell's in a friggin' skyscraper movie with The Rock. She'll be in another Scream.
Yeah, you're right.
Sorry.
No, sorry.
Hold on. He goes, I'm sorry, I love my boy Chase. He goes, yeah, I know, I cheapened it. I love him.
I remember the first scene I ever saw in the Scream movie was the opening scene to Scream 2.
I hate Scream. Opening scene is the worst. Jada Pinkett Smith is the worst.
They get stabbed in the cheek. That's awesome.
I mean, no, she doesn't get stabbed in the cheek.
No, not me. The guy.
That was cool when he gets stabbed through this bathroom stall. That was cool.
Yeah.
But she was awful. She was awful, and she was like Rick in Part 4, Friday the 13th, with dying. He's killing me. He's stabbing me.
I don't know.
She just,
how I feel, but he's killing me.
And it was
Speaking of Friday the 13th, what's your favorite Friday the 13th sequel?
Oh God, that's so hard.
That's such a loaded question for.
Okay. You know which
from parts 1 to 8. Parts 1 to 8.
Okay, you know which one I'm gonna say. My favorite one is because we talked about it earlier. Remember when I said Victor Carly takes Manhattan. Do
not say part 8.
I can't help it. That movie is so funny. I'm sorry.
It is a
but I
funny
would love
movie.
to see Victor Crowley takes Manhattan. That'd be hilarious. I would love that.
No, Victor Crowley's got to stay in the swamp, just like the wrong turn hillbillies need to stay in the mountains.
Coming back, dude. He's apparently coming back. So I'm just saying, I just want to see Victor Crowley come and go, okay, then. Like, okay. No, remember when I said Victor Crowley, what I told you? Remember, guys, what I said earlier? I said Victor Crowley just needs to be on a boat and needs to sail, like, to New York, and he goes, I'm Victor Crowley, and I'm coming to America. Tennessee, and I'm coming to America.
No.
I've always
segue for a musical. Anyways, that's my opinion.
Oh my God, you killed it. Okay. I've always had a sorry, go ahead.
No, I don't have anything to say. Continue.
I've always had a soft part for part 7.
Yeah.
You what?
I've always had a soft spot for part 7.
Part 7, New Blood.
Yes. Okay, I can see that.
Pseudo carry.
Parts 1 to 7 are my favorite. And the remake. Remake's pretty good, I thought.
The remake's not bad. It just didn't really have memorable deaths for me.
I think it's the characters that suck.
Yeah, the characters sucked, which is why it needed memorable deaths.
Exactly.
Because like it was a lot of it was just like, why didn't you kill them that way? Because like the Asian guy when he walks by the bug zapper, and you're like, oh, that's how he's gonna die.
I think it's a screwdriver in his neck.
Yeah, and then it never happens. He just gets like macheted or whatever. Yeah, it's just I can't even remember how he died. That's
yeah, it was actually pretty brutal. He gets like slowly impaled with the screwdriver in the neck.
The only one I remember is the stupendous guy, because just the truck hits him and he's impaled. Because I was waiting for him.
The one that I always remember is when he's driving the boat. He's like, "Ow!" and then all of a sudden he gets shot.
Oh yeah, the arrow thing. Yeah.
I always want him to be like.
I never realized until just like a month or two ago that the final girl who doesn't quite make it is in the TV show The Flash. I didn't realize that was
Daniel Pennebaker.
Yeah, she plays Killer Frost in The Flash.
Yeah, but I swear, every time I see that scene, I just want him to go, "Whoa, dude."
My dad.
Or be like Owen Wilson. Wow.
Yeah, scene was weird. Yeah, how he gets his mask is super lame. Her is correct.
I think we broke her.
Y'all broke me. I need more girlfriends on this channel. I need to start hanging out with dudes. Y'all break me too hard.
I don't know. I swing back and forth between part 2 and 3 usually with my favorites.
I'm not a big fan of part 2 for some reason. I cannot figure that out why.
Part 2, I love up until the final chase scene with Jenny and Jason. I think it's too long. And
yeah, but she kicks him in the balls.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and she pisses her pants, and it's great. But but she just runs across the same friggin' creek over and over again.
Yeah,
as she's just like running around.
That's
a pretty creek.
Magic chase. That's the part of the magic chase.
I think if you just took her awesome parts and took Chris's awesome everything with her chase scenes in part 3, which were just fantastic. Part 2 would be the best one by far, but if you just go ahead, give him his little hockey mask in part 2.
Yeah, well, you know the
just
part 2
them. It would be wonderful.
Part 3 had the husky mask.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Is go ahead and combine parts 2 and 3, and you would have the perfect Friday the 13th.
But you know where they got the mask on Friday the 13th 3. It's from the Sundown.
I know, just the like memories and everything, and plus I could have just looked at it.
We got a good sequel.
I might be taking that job in Boston, y'all. You don't know.
I watched that friggin' 7.5 hour documentary too.
Brian, if I take that job in Boston, it's gonna be
agreed, Ben. I actually like the characters in the remake that were before the title sequence more than everyone else in the movie.
I like the nerdy guy who finds the weed.
Yeah, that's cool.
Brian, if I take the job offer, do you think we'll just do like a channel collide and be like Channel Sun Horror Showdown?
Maybe like a horror entertainment with Channel Sundown.
Like Channel Sundown Horror-tainment.
Be like big letters, Horror Show Entertainment, Channel Sundown.
But no, we had to do the other episode that we talked about. That'll be hilarious. I can't wait for it.
Oh, the fuck monster one?
Yes. That's gonna be so much fun. I can't wait for it. Okay, I'll tell you what I need you to film though. I'll tell you what you need to film before we do the episode. I have to get you in the woods.
I'm not buying a Bigfoot suit.
I'm not gonna make you drive. Oh my god. I just want you to be in the dark alone and here.
Yeah, I have some woods I can go to.
No, I just want you to be alone and scared in the dark. That's all.
I'm not afraid of the dark.
Right, you're totally
I can't act.
You don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I just know I'm scared and it's dark.
I'll be like, turn off the light. I'm so scared. Uh-oh, what was that noise?
I'm scared. This feels like foreshadowing.
Oh, so I go, was that a Bigfoot? Oh no. Footsteps. Oh no. Oh, it's just me.
And he's like, I came in like a Taco Bell.
You wouldn't talk about that's what took you so long. I see. I'm here making coffee and you're wearing Taco Bell.
Dude, I forgot. We're live right now. We're not talking about ourselves. We have comments. Where are the comments?
We have so many comments.
Everything Horror finally went to bed. Then just talking about Friday the 13th.
I know, but I forgot. I'm used to us talking like by ourselves without being live. So now that we're live, I'm like, oh shit, we have comments. Read the comments.
I've been doing it. Yeah. Everything Horror went to bed, and I said good night. Everything Horror.
So everybody left too.
No, Sandra and Ben are here. Mr. Ben Grimm with his awesome opinions, because I really like him.
So I dance.
Cool.
It's your turn, Brian. Dance.
And Sandra
dance, Brian.
Generally
dance.
cool, anyways.
Dance like your life depends on it, brah.
That's my dancing.
There you go. Okay, my turn. My turn. Oh.
Should I be glad she's all glitchy?
I know.
Second time was a blast.
Isn't it nice that I'm not glitching anymore? compared to what I used to when you first met me. You're like,
you had to put a caveat to that. Compared to.
We should
no,
talk
but
about
isn't it like, no, remember when y'all first met me? You were like, I don't want to hang out with Amanda because she fucking lags so bad.
I never thought that. I just
No, but you told me that when you like, Amanda, your lags
You
so
have a
much better."
lot of voices going on that are speaking for us.
No,
It's
okay.
like, remember when you were like this? And I was like, no, I don't, because that never happened.
Yes, you did, because I met you. I met you on the horror store,
You're
show,
Sandra's favorite Becky, by the way.
I'm everybody's Becky. That's my nickname for all my friends.
And she gave you a heart with I think it's a ribbon on it.
I didn't get super chats because, god damn it.
it's a fancy heart.
Yeah, I think it's a ribbon. Looks
Looks
like a yellow ribbon.
I never hit so hard in love.
Call American Idol pronto.
God,
Oh,
no.
No.
They're
Just drunk singing.
they got their own sexual harassment issues going on. Don't go there.
We should talk about the Tremors series.
Oh, I actually have only seen.
Drunk singing.
Well, I've seen the first one, obviously, because it's good, and then I've only actually seen like maybe the fourth one, Tremors 4, I think. Is the
Oh,
most one I've seen.
God.
And then I was like, "This is terrible."
Oh, it is. It really
Do not say
is.
Tremors is bad.
No, the fourth Tremors is awful.
No, the first one was awesome. It had Reba McEntire, and Fancy
Yeah.
did not let me down at all. So
Every single Tremors movie is awesome.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Reba breaks and done. No, let me say about Reba. Okay. No, Reba and fucking
I'm
Tremors is
care about Reba.
Shut up.
Reba. We got some problems
Why
here.
y'all
Reba's the problem.
always bring up my accent? I don't have an accent right now. Right
I'm
now,
trying
I'm
to
just
talk
talking
like
about
Reba.
Reba. I'm just
We're
talking
talking
about
like-
Reba right now. No,
we're talking
Reba. Let me say
What's
about Reba McEntire. Reba McEntire. Okay. Okay. Reba McEntire is shit. I don't care what you say. Reba McEntire is shit. And her and Marcia McBride, when she sings fucking fancy, and then she gets on fucking Tremors, and she's like, "These are my suits, right?" And I had my birds, and I had my braids over here, and she goes, "Kunk." Like that's what you gotta know. Like for real, that's how people in the South talk about it. But anyways,
She was great in Tremors.
I'm talking about Tremors right now. I'm talking about Tremors. But they got by the boom boom, and they got the stake, and then they pull it up in the ground, and it's in there.
I think your camera has Tremors.
No, am I lagging? Y'all are just saying I'm lagging.
Slightly, just a little.
Posing. All right, fine. I'm done. I'm done, y'all.
Okay, what about
Done.
Sharknado?
I ain't gonna talk. I ain't gonna talk.
I don't like Devil's Rejects.
Tornado. Y'all know
Fine.
my scariest movie I've ever seen is Shark Jaws.
Yeah, you bring it up every stream.
I don't bring it up every time. Everybody
Yes,
asks
you
me every
do.
day what's my scariest movie of all time. I tell them it's fucking
And
Jaws.
Jaws, banana boats, and
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that
banana.
shit was
That scene in the banana boat fucked me up. Fuck you. That scene in the banana boat.
it's a
fucked me up.
terrifying scene. It was meant to be terrifying, and it succeeded. It's a terrifying
meant to be.
movie.
Right. You're right. That's why y'all my friends.
No, I love the scene, but I can't help but think that it's kind of cheap.
Oh, hush your face.
I do think it's
75.
scary, but it does look kind of funny when the shark's like half above the water. Do you ever notice the part where he's
That's a
swimming?
great film.
When he's swimming under the water, but you can see above the water.
Totally
Isn't that just amazing?
see Jaws, Ben. Jaws is a classic. That's
So they all are.
Jaws is a classic.
Okay, Jaws is a classic.
It's
Jaws
up
is
to
a
you
cult
if you want to watch past the first one.
Jaws 2 to 4 are cult classics. Jaws is
Cult
classic.
I could say cult classics.
I need somebody to keep up with the comments because apparently my computer keeps going bleep bleep bleep. So there's a lot of comments going on. Apparently.
Jaws is amazing, and you should definitely watch Jaws, Ben. It's fantastic. If you sit down and start watching it, you will get so
I've seen every
hooked in.
Jaws film, so
Yeah, Jaws 3, I'm sorry, so boring. That is such a
It is
boring
kind of
movie.
boring, yeah. But it is a good movie. It's really boring.
Yeah, it's fine, I guess, Jaws and SeaWorld, but it's just kind of boring.
A lot of people hate that movie for the effects. Really, that's pretty much it. Besides the boring
I
aspect.
didn't even mind the effects. I just thought it was
Just the-
boring.
Yeah, some of the effects are good. A lot of the effects are good. Some of the effects,
Part
Hey.
2 is fine. It just should have never existed, but it's fine.
it's just like a rehash, really.
Yeah, it's fine. It's more. Part 3 had Dennis Quaid, Ben.
Part 4 had Michael Caine.
But you should definitely, seriously, you should watch
It's Michael.
Jaws.
Michael Caine.
You can
Yeah.
see you could see the British section. It's okay.
Jaws
Michael
is just
Caine.
amazing and is a classic.
Actually, Quint was actually English. He was British.
Let me let this dog out real quick.
Did you know that?
I have a question for y'all though.
What?
Get on this conversation while
You're
y'all
gonna
talk.
ask a question.
I want to hear y'all's best movie that you think should have a sequel. Wait for it. Let me go. Let this dog out.
I already
I
have
want to hear
mine.
y'all's answer.
Of course you do.
This is actually I've already got. I'm like, come back! No.
Or sniff it. Come on.
Well, Ben, Jaws is less about the shark and more about the characters.
And Josh
shark-
knows more about the shark and less about the character.
Yeah. Jaws is really driven by the characters, their relationships, and then the three men when they go to hunt the shark and the bond they develop.
If you want to call it a bond, for some of them, I mean.
Oh yeah, just their relationships between
Their
them.
banters,
It's great. I do kind of wish they would have kept the weird affair thing, or Steven Spielberg would have kept the weird affair thing from the book.
I hate that affair.
It's so
Come on.
weird. That's why I wanted to keep it, because it's
So
such a
out of place.
weird.
Let's do 50 pages of an affair and just kill
But-
a shark book.
I mean,
Brilliant.
he did. There was some weird kind of sexual tension there.
In the
That was
movie.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, with the dinner scene.
Yeah, when they're having the dinner scene, it felt kind of off with her
Yeah.
and Richard Dreyfuss, but
She seemed like so interested in what he was doing.
yeah, it was just I imagine that was like his nod to it of just this is the closest we can go.
Yeah, we want a PG rating. Don't try to push us.
Yeah, we're already eating kids. So,
And dogs.
yeah, and showing just legs and stuff all.
Yeah, he actually wanted everything in that movie to not be red, only the blood. But he
Huh.
failed.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Also,
Hi Jeff Lloyd.
also Quinta's actually English. I don't know if you knew that.
No,
He has like
He's-
a British accent. He has a British accent. He actually covered it up for the movie.
he's great.
He was. He's the best character
Oh,
next to
Leo
Richard
again?
Dreyfuss, I think. Everyone loves Hooper. I love Richard Dreyfuss. Not Richard Dreyfuss. Roy Scheider more as Brody.
Yeah, he's great. I loved him too. I loved just the determination he had in it, how focused he was, and yeah, it was great.
I loved it. I loved him until the last straw, and he shoots the shark, and then I was
Yeah.
overcome with this feeling of relief. I'm like, oh my god, he killed it! Yes, that's what. When I first saw the movie, I wasn't scared. I was more interested.
I wasn't scared. I just
Found it fascinating.
yeah, I thought it was really suspenseful.
Yeah.
Of just not because I saw it later. I was about 15 when I saw it.
I was 3.
That was just one of them that I was just like, because after I had seen Back to the Future 2, so I had heard it made fun of a lot by the
Yeah.
time. Yeah, I was really, although like I grew up watching Elm Street and everything when I was 5, 6, 7 and stuff, but I just thought Jaws would have been cheesy, a joke and stuff, because they always talked about, oh, the shark is so ridiculous, looks so fake. And then I watched it. Yeah, it was excellent. So
come to find out it's the sequels they're talking about.
Yeah, the first one was amazing.
Second will be a good effects too, but part 3 and 4 kind of dipped in that quality.
Yeah. My Bloody Valentine should have a sequel. Sure, why not?
I mean, it has a remake.
Yeah, it was okay.
It was better than I thought it'd be. Like, they could have gone PG-13 like a lot of movies at that time, like Prom Night and stuff, and Winter Stranger Girls. But I'm glad they went harder.
Prom Night was awful.
Oh, yeah.
I watched that one recently. That was the first time I had seen it. And it was really, really bad.
You know what's really funny? I mean, what's really cool about the remake of My Bloody Valentine, though, is that they were able to re-release My Bloody Valentine, the original, and have all the uncut footage in there.
Yeah.
Now it's out of print.
Well, people have been waiting for so long.
I know.
Because that was kind of like
I walked in here and everybody looks like they're about to pass out.
Even the uncut Part 5 Elm Street, where Dan's death scene was much longer, and Greta with feeding her stomach to her, that was a longer scene and was much more gory and grotesque and stuff. And Part 5 even has that legend, but they kind of crapped on the footage a bit, so they can't really cut it back into the movie.
Dude, they should have left all that stuff in there. I would have liked Part 5 probably a little bit more.
Yeah, it was
so much better. That's what I said.
Kills were way more brutal. I mean, they're already, if you think about the kills, you're like, yeah, these are brutal kills, but
the execution's a little light.
Yeah, they just didn't show the brutality of it.
So I have my pick for a movie that deserves a sequel.
What is it?
Madman.
Madman. You know what? I get you on it. Just like I said, The Burning deserves a sequel.
Well, that does too. But I love Madman for some reason.
Hey, you know what? Let me get this out. I'm curious. Where did I get some real quick? I want to see if any of these people who are commenting. I'm putting the link on. Who wants to join our hangout?
Wait, someone has a question for me. Oh boy. Jeff Lloyd says, Brian, what's the most over-the-top shark movie that you've seen? Oh boy.
That's so tough.
I've seen them all. I've seen
over the top fave.
How about over the top fave? Probably. Well, I mean, 3-headed shark attack has the most over the top factors to it. 5-headed shark attack's a little bit more subdued, surprisingly.
Yeah.
But for a most crazy shark movie, holy shit. I'd have to say Sharknado 5, just because how outlandish it gets. No, wait. Every Sharknado movie gets outlandish. It's like they get farther and farther away from the water. It's true. I mean, Sharknado might be the easiest choice, but it does go the most crazy out of any shark movie I've seen.
Sharks.
Cherry. Sorry, I actually thought of a movie.
Oh, there you go.
Cherry Falls.
I haven't seen it.
Oh my god! That's one of my favorite slasher films of all fucking time.
That movie needs that movie needs to be uncut.
John fucking Mark. That movie is so fucking. Oh, I love Cherry Falls.
I mean, it friggin' debuted on the USA Network.
Yes!
Which is so frustrating at that time because I was so looking forward to it.
Falls is so fucking fucking
I
good.
had
I'm
read the
sorry.
screenplay
Cherry
at that
Falls.
time because I was so excited, and the screenplay
Yes.
leaked online because they were having so much trouble getting it through the MPAA.
Cheers. Fucking Cherry fucking Falls. Yes. That was
Ghost-
my shit. Dude,
I
I
was
love
so
that fucking
stoked
movie.
for that movie, and then
That
they
movie's
released
so
it on
good.
USA Network, and
Yes.
they gutted it. And
No,
it was,
but it was so fucking
it was
good.
still good. That's
Yeah,
how
it was-
good it was that they could gut the movie completely and it still be
Yeah,
good.
John Mark, Brittany Murphy.
Brittany
fucking
Murphy
dude.
was awesome in it.
Yes.
She was so good.
Everybody was fucking because all the versions died, so everybody was fucking.
Yeah, that's
like,
an excellent twist on it at that time period.
They're like,
too.
if you're a virgin, you die. They're like, oh, we all have to fuck. They literally had fucking parties in the movie.
And that was supposed to. That originally was just. I mean, yeah, it was still a giant orgy party thing in the movie, but in the uncut version, it was so much bigger. And how the killer died was completely different.
You've never seen Cherry Falls? You have to watch it. They do a twist on it. The guy, the serial killer wants to kill all the virgins. So everybody's out fucking. They're having fucking parties.
So some people are saying some shark movies that I've seen, like Shark and Saw, Woman's Prison Massacre.
That was actually filmed here in Texarkana.
And Ghost Shark.
Yeah, but you had to see Cherry Falls. It's so funny that he said that because that actually, I'm doing a countdown next month of my favorite 90s horror slasher films. And Cherry Falls, no joke, is my number one. I love Cherry Falls. No, Texas Chainsaw Hookers is my favorite 80s horror film.
I think
slasher film.
I knew it. Something like
Texas Chainsaw Hookers is my favorite 80s horror slasher.
I knew it. Cherry Falls was 2000.
I think it was
in the 90s. It was in the 90s.
No, it says Cherry Falls released in the USA October 20th, 2000 as a TV premiere.
Yeah, but it came out before that because when I saw it when I came to the States on vacation.
The earliest it came out was in Germany, July 29th, 2000. At the
I saw it in the States. I was in the States on vacation when I saw it.
It was stuck. It was shown at the Cannes Film Festival in '99, so it's technically
that doesn't count. It's not officially released.
If we do these stupid horror lists every year and have films that aren't released yet,
what about either the original or the remake of Black Christmas?
Spoiler alert on that vid. Which vid, Ben? Oh, sorry, what, Brian?
Of the original or the remake of Black Christmas? Which one do you think deserves a sequel?
Oh gosh.
Yes, see, it's harder.
Well, the remake was studio interference in the worst possible and best possible way. They're like, "Oh no, we need more death. No, let's make it even crazier. Let's,
oh my god,
incest babies. Let's do it."
I got what I need a sequel. Freaking Zombieland.
They've been trying for Zombieland too for so friggin' long. It feels like.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to find my cigarettes right now.
What about sequels to The Cabin in the Woods? Yeah.
It was dead. Entire world is ended.
Well, then Cabin in the Planet. I don't know. Another planet.
I can't. Cabin in the Woods has ruined me on Japanese horror. The stupid little girls walk in the circle singing around the ghost and they kill it. Like, it's just ruined me on Japanese horror after seeing that. And even when I watch like Ju-on the Grudge or something, and at the end she's doing the hide and I see you, don't see you thing, and that's how she lives. It's just like, oh my gosh, these endings are so ridiculous. Wait, Cabin in the Woods was correct.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what else.
I love the ending of the original Black Christmas where they just never catch him and he possibly kills her. That was such a... Sorry, Sandra mentioned it.
Yeah, that make more sense to have a sequel to that because both killers, spoiler, die in the end of the first Black Christmas remake.
Yeah, that movie had so many climaxes. It was like, okay, everything's done. Nope, we had a hospital, which they kind of did the same thing with Scream 4 a bit,
yeah,
but not to the degree that Black Christmas did. Black Christmas, dude.
You know, the guy who directed Cabin in the Woods hasn't directed on anything else since, besides some TV work.
Was it Drew Goddard?
Yeah, he's got X-Force as a movie coming up.
He did the Daredevil season 1.
Yeah, but he was only a producer.
Yeah, he wrote some of it, I think.
Well, he wrote some of it too, but he was also a producer, but he didn't direct anything.
Yeah, well, with TV shows, writers have more power. Writers hold the power. Directors don't do anything except just make sure it's made. They don't.
Do you think there should have been a better? Sorry.
Sorry. Go ahead. No.
Do you think there should have been a better sequel to The Descent, or do you think The Descent Part 2 was good enough?
The Descent Part 2 is awful in my opinion.
Bankroom, you're right. Attack the Block needs a fucking sequel.
Yeah, I would agree. Attack the Block was fantastic. That's John Boyega's true talent.
Yes.
I can't believe I'm a Creature Feature Man. I'm still not seeing Attack of the freaking Block.
Yeah, that movie's awesome.
I need to check that one out.
I was so stoked.
Hey, what about a spin on the question? What movie do you think didn't deserve a sequel?
Deep Blue Sea.
Hey!
It didn't deserve it. It looks actually pretty okay, but it totally didn't deserve a sequel. That's why they waited like 18 years to make one.
Yeah, but Lake Placid and Anaconda got sequels, but that was a lot sooner.
They were awful.
Yeah, pretty much.
They were really, really... I didn't even like Lake Placid when it came out.
I thought they had Lake Placid versus Anaconda. No joke.
Oof.
That was pretty funny though. Like I knew it was stupid, so I had fun with it.
I'm trying to think of this way back when you guys were talking about the first R-rated horror movie. I'm trying to think what mine was. I know when I saw Who Framed Roger Rabbit as a kid, because I'm 33, so I was like 5 when that came out. I think it was 4 or 5. They showed the trailer for Elm Street 5 before Roger Rabbit, and I was terrified. Then I remember my mom, she took me, because I had free reign as a kid to watch whatever I wanted. She took me to see New Nightmare. I remember seeing that in theaters.
I know that Sandra Wheelbrenner says she wants a sequel to 47 Meters Down, and they actually are making one called 48 Meters Down. And the sequel I think they should have is a sequel to The Hills of Ice 2 from 2007. I love the Hills of Ice movies. But
Black definitely needs a sequel. But
what is it?
I'm saying it's still Attack the Block. That needs a sequel. It was just so good.
We need a Round Turn 7 stat.
I want to finish the friggin' Wrong Turn story. I'm not even interested in it, but I want them to finish what they started.
Well, they kind of like...
Don't phantasm this. Just finish it.
But like the first 3 are all connected, but 4, 5, and 6 are kind of different.
Yeah, because they're like at a carnival of one of them, and they apparently came from some really snowy place in the north and traveled cross country to North Carolina.
No. It's always been taking place in West Virginia, but the first one, the
first one's in North Carolina.
Oh, it's in West Virginia, which is probably shot in North Carolina.
Yeah, I thought it was North Carolina.
But then the second one has the reality TV show.
Maybe it was just shot in North Carolina, and that's just what I know it from.
The third one had the prison break. The fourth one had the snow. Fifth one had the carnival, and the sixth one had that hotel that was a terrible movie. Sorry, part 6 was terrible.
I haven't watched part 6. I think the last one I did watch was the origin story of them with the snowy one.
That's the fourth one, yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually one of my favorite ones.
It was. I liked it more than the third one. The second one, I weirdly have a hard time getting through. I don't quite know why. I think it's just a weird tonal shift with the first one and the second one.
My opinion is I love the first one, but I have a hard time getting through it sometimes. I think this is not as gory as the other ones.
It's not at all. But them running through the trees is hilarious. It is so in the first one with Eliza Dushku when they climb up in the trees and going from branch to branch. It's so ridiculous.
I don't think she chops the girl's face in half.
Yeah, and yeah, I've made fun of that. I've Mystery Science Theater that movie a lot of times.
Yeah, but really like that effect they did for the girls getting chopped at the mouth was actually pretty good. It was different. Like it didn't show her just get chopped. Like it started from her eye and zoomed out.
It's a fun movie, which is kind of lacking at that time when it came out. Slashers were trying to still copy Scream, but kind of take themselves too seriously.
Yeah, but like for 2003, it was pretty brutal.
There wasn't a lot of blood. Was Wrong Turn a little earlier than that?
No, the first one was 2003.
Really?
Yeah. And you know what I just found out that I always forgot? Is the girl,
Sorry, go ahead.
The other girl besides Jessica Biel in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake is the same girl from Wrong Turn 2 and Book of Shadows Blair Witch 2.
And the which remake?
The Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake. The girl that's not Jessica Biel, the other one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's the blonde girl in Wrong Turn 2.
Dang, I believe that was 2003. I thought that movie was older. It felt older.
I mean, I love all the Wrong Turns, but part 6 kind of gets on my nerves.
I haven't seen it.
It's gone way too far. Oh, but I love like the
fact I'm highlighting it now. It looks like it. It sounds like it went too far. Oh, they haven't made one in 4 whole years.
I know, it's incredible. They need to make another freaking Wrong Turn movie.
They actually, I mean, just end the story. Just do it. Just get them to West Virginia, North Carolina, wherever they live.
The thing about Wrong Turn 6 is that they had to re-release the DVD because there was a missing persons flyer report, and they actually found the bodies, and it was shown in the film, so they had to change it.
Wow.
And so then they had to re-release it all over again, so they probably lost money on that. That's probably why they haven't made another. How dare they?
They pretty much just quit making Final Destinations because they didn't like how much money the 5th one made.
Well, that one made about as much as the 4th one. That probably cost about the same amount.
Yeah, and they thought it was a bit of a disappointment.
I love that. Part 5 is my favorite.
Part 5 was great. Especially in comparison to Part 4, and if it made slightly, the worldwide gross was $157 million. The budget was $40 million. That's not bad.
Yeah. Plus, I think it's better than parts 3 and 4. But parts 1, I think it's better than all of them. But
it only got 42 million in the U.S. That's why they didn't.
But like, I love it way more than part 3 and 4.
Still, if it made 157 million worldwide and only 42 million in the U.S., and there's interest worldwide.
Yeah. Plus, the fourth film made 40 million. In the U.S., it made 66 million, and then worldwide it made 186 million. So we made a lot more than the 5th one.
The 4th one jumped the shark.
Oh yeah, the 5th one brought it back down.
Yeah, the 5th one, I wish they would continue to make them because they the fifth one proved they still had ideas.
Yeah, they had
not just for kills, but just for how to escape death and stuff.
Yeah, they had this concept idea where they would have it take place in medieval times, and that would be just totally awesome.
Yeah, I think that's weird. That I mean, I don't want to hang around Flight 187. We've kind of murdered that a million times. Yeah, so much so that we made a prequel where the characters die on Flight 187 again.
Yeah, but then they should have a vessel named 187 or something.
Yeah, that's fine if they want to keep the number and stuff. Let's just not keep it all about the actual flight.
Yeah, I mean, part 1 and 5 did, and they always reference it.
Yes, the people in part 2 were meant to be on the flight.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Part 3 was just off in its own world.
Yeah, but they still mentioned the first movie.
Yeah, it was part 3 really kind of felt like a reboot in a way.
Yeah,
because there was really no progress in the story or anything in the overall canon. They all just did exactly what the people in the first movie did. Just, it skipped me. Now I'm good forever.
Wait, what? No, I'm sorry. I'm reading a comment, and someone said there's a trailer as of yesterday for a new Final Destination film. What?
Sandra, if you're wrong,
I'll be really pissed.
Yeah.
Get out of here! No, I'm just kidding.
I am blocking you, not at all, but I'm.
I don't see anything. I'm looking on YouTube as of today's this week is furthest. Yeah, I don't see anything for Final Destination.
Sandra?
Sandra!
Actually, you can't stand if he's raising my fist.
Where'd you find this trailer? It's not on YouTube. Ben Grimm says it's a fan trailer.
Oh.
Well, it's understandable. It's easy to be tricked by those.
Yeah. Yeah, see, I noticed was it a special effects company or something? Someone did it for the medieval one they were talking about.
Oh, I see what one they're talking about. It was made 3 weeks ago, I think.
You're forgiven, Sandra.
I don't know. Blake, what's your favorite opening to Final Destination? What's your favorite accident?
Let me think a second for it. Well, the one that's made me the most cautious is part 2.
Yeah, that's pretty much everyone.
Yeah, that one is just that one does affect every single person I show. If they've never seen Final Destination 2 and I make them watch it, anytime they get near a truck with logs or anything, they just get a little tense. And I don't know. I mean, let's see.
Yeah,
I really 3's fun. Part 5 might be my favorite opening.
Yeah, I mean, the first one scared the shit out of me. Second one, it was kind of, oh my god. Second one
was really well choreographed, but
yeah, and the third one was I hated roller coasters back then, like badly, so it was effective. The fourth one was just stupid. The race car track. 5 was just the most expansive, and it really was a big set they used.
It was really cool, though. It was just a nice one. I'm not afraid of bridges at all, and I'm still not after seeing it, but I really like that whole set piece a lot. I did see that in theaters and 3D and all of that.
So Sandra, do you have a link to this trailer? Because I'm really interested. She said she watched it. It's due 2019.
I wish, because I feel like you're in an alternate dimension where my dreams are coming true, and I'm stuck over here where things are still horrible, and I want to join your place because that sounds nice. I've been crying for a Final Destination movie since the last one came out.
Yeah, they're all awesome. I love the music in part 5, really.
I don't know.
Brian Tyler.
That was a thing that I think probably Final Destination started, was that style of music of just the really heavy strings, and it ended with Final Destination. I think was that no.
Yeah.
I love the theme of those movies. Most anticipated films to 2019. Yeah, The Bridge was the fifth one, Ben.
I mean, it's not impossible they're making a new one. They've had so many films undercover, you know.
No, the only thing I've heard about it was just the guy said on Twitter, if people want to see Final Destination, we'll make another one. And I was like, people have been, if people are still talking about it 7 years later, they want to see it.
Pretty much.
If you're still getting tweets and whatever all the time about it.
Yeah, ask her to send us a link. If
yeah, I think I probably watched part 3. I've probably watched it the most, even though it's not my favorite.
I'm looking at this video for a trailer and it's nothing. It's like just stills. Like, that's not a trailer for Final Destination 6.
I love the gymnast death in part 5. That was great.
Sandra's asking most anticipated horror films of 2019. I think mine would have to be Godzilla, King of the Monsters.
2019.
Yeah.
What's even coming out next year? Other than that.
I don't know.
2019. Ooh, apparently World War Z 2 is slated next year. Because we definitely. Oh yeah, is Fincher still attached to that?
Yeah,
David Fincher. He's still attached to World War Z 2.
I didn't really care for the first one.
I just can't believe David Fincher would want to make that.
I mean, I don't know.
That's nuts. Oh, Hellboy is next year. I wouldn't mind watching that. No, we don't need any more Alien films. Do not make it. We're done with Alien. American Werewolf in London remake is next year.
Hi, I'm back.
Hello.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm back, y'all. What just happened?
Sandra's saying that she saw a trailer for Final Destination 6.
How is that possible?
And Sandra is totally like wrong.
Yeah, that's not.
Yeah, well, I mean,
it's breaking my heart.
I just went outside and chased this little shit around for like an hour.
It's been 10 minutes.
Well, it felt like an hour.
Oh, the main jock boy, Ben?
I just sat and chased this fucking dog around for like an hour. He said it was only 10 minutes, but it felt like a fucking hour.
I mean, it's not impossible for them to have a trailer. I mean, Final Destination 6
It's probably a fan trailer.
I know, but like, it's not impossible. Because they've had so many movies undercover, you know?
Yeah, fine. I would love for them to make it undercover.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely Suspiria is my, as far as reboots, remakes, whatever, that's my number one.
Jessica Harper is my shit. Jessica Harper is in Suspiria. She's in The Phantom.
Okay, we gotcha.
Until I see a trailer for Suspiria, I'm not holding my breath.
The director just got me with the Call Me By Your Name movie because, I mean, it's just a drama, but like I just understood his directing style after seeing that. It's like, oh, I see what you're going to do.
They should have released it last year. It would have been perfect. It would have been 40 years after the original.
Yeah, that's true.
Bastards. Oh my god, is that what Chloe Grace Moretz looks like? Oh, it's
What?
Dakota. It's Dakota Johnson. Never mind. I was like, what?
Oh, yeah, and she's gotta redeem herself from being in the 50 Shades movies. So
It was supposed to take place on a train or something.
what? I don't know.
I mean, I see pictures of the cast on a train.
I
I
have
guess
no
it's a deal on
idea.
the way to the place, but
I'm just super ready for it to come out because I feel like he's been making it forever, which I know he had an Oscar nominated movie, so he had to do other things. But yeah, it's been an extremely long time that they've been talking about this friggin' movie.
well, I guess
I
they
don't
just
have
want
my
to get it
glasses
right.
on, but a beta that had to be done. What does Jeff Floyd mean by that?
Wait, what?
I don't have my glasses on, so I'm trying to read the comments right now. Without my glasses, because you know I lost my glasses. But I
Wait,
heard, I see.
so you said Suspiria is front and center reboot. I mean, that had to be done. I don't know. Dogs can open doors. You
Yeah,
said
I
dogs
don't
can
think
open doors.
dogs can't open doors. No, I let my dog out. What do you mean?
Amanda, you haven't seen Call Me by Your Name, have you?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Whenever that eventually is on streaming for free or whatever, watch it. And yeah, that's all I gotta say. Because you'll understand exactly his point, the director's point of view.
All right, good deal.
As he's up there, he's definitely up there. He can do something amazing.
The poster looks pretty cool.
Okay, I'm completely fine with the cast. I mean, Dakota Johnson, not crazy about her, but that's only because of 50 Shades. I mean, that's pretty much it.
I mean, they have Chloe Grace Moretz. She's a really good actress.
Yeah, she makes questionable decisions, but she's Mia Goth is okay too. Yeah, Jessica Harper.
She's in this.
Jessica Harper,
Holy shit, she is.
my girl. I love my Jessica Harper.
Well, she's in your remake, okay? So calm down.
I love Jessica Harper. You know, I love her. I love Jessica Harper. She is in Shock Treatment. She's in
Phantom of the Paradise.
Phantom of the Paradise, and she is in the Woody Allen.
So is it? It's gonna take place in '77.
Holy shit, she was in the Evictors?
I love her.
Holy crap, there was her. Have you guys ever seen the Evictors? It's from the director of The Legend of Boggy Creek.
Oh. Let me look.
Yeah,
apparently this is just let's all look at IMDb stream.
Amanda, have you ever seen the Evictors? You've seen it? You don't like it?
Not really.
Oh, well, it has Jessica Harper.
Oh, Jessica Harper.
I love Jessica Harper, but that's not one of her best films. Even Shock Treatment was better than that. I'm sorry.
I love the Evictors. It was creepy.
Yeah, but Shock Treatment is better.
Oh yeah, Tuesday from the same town. Whenever they have UFC fights on, he will come over, and so I met him.
Is Meg Tilly Jennifer Tilly's sister or something?
That's awesome.
No.
I was confused about that.
Yeah, he was the little kid who called himself Deckard from Blade Runner, Ben, in Halloween Resurrection. And he was chatting the girl up online, pretending to be older.
Wait, so she said look up the trailer for Final Destination 6.
Super cool that you know him.
6,
yeah, Ryan Merriman. That's really cool, Ben.
Well, all they have is the Dark Age, and that's a fan trailer. I've seen that before. But I don't see anything for the New Age. New Age, huh? It's been out this week.
Alien franchise needs to end, Floyd. Or at least it needs to be taken out of Ridley Scott's hands.
The Alien franchise, yeah.
Yeah, he's just trying. He's trying to pander to the audience, and he doesn't know how. I mean, at one point, he was saying that Alien could be as big as Star Wars, and it's like that's never ever happening.
No.
Ever.
If it didn't already, then it's not going to.
Just no. Amanda, have you muted yourself? Because you're way too quiet.
Well, because y'all are talking, I'm listening to y'all. No,
yeah,
I'm not muting myself.
You don't do things like that.
I don't not talk. No, because I'm listening to what y'all are saying, so I'm listening to y'all. No.
But even though I don't really care for Neil Blomkamp as much, I think he just made one good movie, and then people went, Shyamalan
ding dong.
Yeah, he was pretty much given the same treatment. Just he made District 9, and they were like, "Oh, best new director ever."
Artsy sci-fi.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not the same though. It's not.
It's a good movie, but it's just like he just got way too hyped up, and it wasn't necessarily his fault. It just happened.
It wasn't.
Yeah, I see trailers for Final Destination 6, The Dark Age. He's saying the New Age, but The Dark Age is a fan trailer.
I would love some Final Destination. Just hook me up with that. Put some Tony Todd in there. Let's go.
Kills.
Yes. Just Tony Todd for 2 minutes. He'll do it. He just has to show up.
Just saying.
A couple lines about
that. We'll call it Floyd
Just saying.
It's a great franchise, and it was killed off too early. Even though, they made 5 of them, but it was still just it had 5 more in its tank.
Yeah, I'm seriously trying to find it. I'm looking on Google, I'm looking on YouTube, and it's just not anywhere.
Ben, he does those. Sandra says she just DM'd you the trailer, Amanda.
No, she didn't.
That's what she said. She just literally said, I just DM'd Amanda the trailer. That would be on Twitter.
Yeah,
because that's direct message.
Let me see on Twitter.
Why was she only, I don't know. Do you have a Facebook? Just message me. Oh, I don't know if she has one.
I'll watch it first. Hold on.
That's just weird.
Fake trailer. It's a fake trailer.
Aww.
It's a fake trailer.
Final Destination for anyone.
Yeah, it's a fake trailer.
Ever. Just
what's
they
in
killed
it?
They murdered it. They don't want to bring it back.
It's a fake trailer.
Yeah, but what movies do they have in that?
It's hashtag cinema trailers. It's a fake trailer. Yeah.
Oh.
Disclaimer: we don't own any rights to these videos. This is just a fan-made trailer.
That's sad.
That's the description of the trailer. Sandra, honey, you have to read the descriptions of the trailers before you think they're original.
It's just, oh man, I thought it was real. So I did too for a minute.
You have to read those descriptions because these are cuts from other movies, honey. These aren't real trailers.
What's the title? The Dark Age?
They just showed fucking Transformers. I just saw a Transformer clip.
Okay.
Yeah, honey, this isn't. I'm not trying to offend you, but this is, honey. You have to read the descriptions on trailers before you say they're real. Oh, that's fucking a video game right there. That's a video game.
Final video game destination.
They should have done in the Gremlins 3 Gremlins 2 is nuts, and the Key and Peele sketch on
Yeah, honey, this isn't a real trailer.
Gremlins
This
2 is
a fan-made trailer.
amazing.
They did clips
It's
from other
it's
films.
cool, Sandra. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's cool, but
it's fine. I do my own fan trailers. I do fan trailers on another channel. I don't know if you guys knew that.
Anyone in chat has never seen Key and Peele Gremlins 2?
Oh gosh.
Go for it. It's so funny.
I haven't seen it. I'll have to watch it
Sketch
now.
On it. It's so funny. It's just Jordan Peele shows up as a very flamboyant man pitching ideas for it. It's really, really great.
That sounds awesome.
It cracked me up because it really feels like that's how they made Gremlins 2. It was just this flamboyantly gay man just shows up and just
yes.
I love it. That's one of my favorite sketches. Because I love Gremlins too, and I think that movie is insane.
I'm tired all of a sudden. Holy crap.
All right, guys. Well, I guess that's your point of letting y'all go because I know y'all are tired. I feel so bad keeping y'all up.
Who said I'm tired?
You just said you're tired, Brian. Because we have a few other we have the live stream this weekend, so I have to come up with a new live stream this weekend.
Okay.
So I don't know what I'm gonna do this weekend, so I have to go back to the drawing board and come up with a new thing this week.
What am I doing this weekend?
Yeah.
I don't know.
What do you mean the dartboard? You just throw something at a piece of paper?
Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna have a big piece of paper and just throw shit at it. I want to do something with the horror show, but you know how it goes. So we'll see. Anyways, guys, let's go ahead and holler at everybody. Thank you guys for watching again. Our little drinkage that we had tonight, a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. We had a great time. Thank you so much. We love you guys so much. Go ahead and let's go do our signing off. Horror show, entertainment.
Adios, muchachos.
OCD shows.
Yep, I've been a human talking head.
Earthly.
All right, guys, we love you so much. Thank you so much for watching. And I will see y'all on the flip side.
Dreams.
Bye.
Bye.
Love you guys. Good night, guys.
Bye.